Kent Howard, Green Mountain Defense, coming at you with another video for my gunsmithing education at the Sonoran Desert Institute. Shut off about the backward tap. We're going to be throwing on some safety glasses. Don't want to hear it. Anyway, what we're going to do today is we're going to drill and tap this aluminum block. We're going to break some screws. We're going to mess with getting screws out once they're broken, etc. First things first, I need to drill 3 holes in this block that are equidistant from both the corners and the sides, length and widthwise. In order to take those measurements, first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the overall length of this block. Use our calipers. .095. So we're going to write L equals 4.095. Okay, we're going to get width. .080. Okay. Now that we've got our length and width, go ahead and get the center line measurement. So 4.095 divided by 2 is going to be 2.042. Center line 2.045, add a tenth, yeah, 2.045, it's going to be close enough. 2.045. Okay. Now we're going to divide 2.080. Wait a minute, almost screwed that up. Scratch that, reverse it. 2.080 is going to get us our center line, the width. So 2.080 divided by 2 is real easy. That's 1.040 is going to be our center line. 1.040. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and mark up this aluminum block. A little hot out here, or cold out here in the garage. We're going to apply a little heat to this block. Not a ton, just take that cold edge off. Yeah, not even close to too hot. Just knock that first layer of nastiness off there. All that condensation and stuff, that won't do us any good. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead with the Sharpie and we're going to fill in the top of this block. We'll cut after we do that and come back. Okay, so once we have our measurements, what we're going to do is we're going to take the total width. For me, that's 2.080. We're going to divide that in half and we're going to get 1.040. That's our center line. We're going to take our total length, 4.095, divide by 2, getting 2.047. Divide that by 2, getting 1.023. Add that together and get 3.070. So we're going to add that plus that equals that. So on this, we're going to have a hole at 1.023, 2.047, and 3.070. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the calipers now and we're going to make those marks. So if you could back up for me just a little bit. Set our first number at the center line, which is going to be 1.040. Remove our calipers appropriately, 1.040. Just like that. I'm going to take, we're going to scrape that measurement the whole way to make a center line. These are jumping around on me a little bit. These are not the calipers that SDI sent me for this, but I'm able to locate those at the moment. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to mark out our 3 holes on that line. So 1.023, 0.0, 2, 3. Is that the intersection of those 2 marked lines? 2.047. Oops, I zeroed my calipers. Don't pop the 0 button. 2047. 20. 20. 15 13 22 37 39 45 47 2047. Let's scrape that line. There's our next intersection. 3070. 3058 68 3070. Sometimes the calipers just stop where you want them to stop. Okay, I'm going to scrape that line. Just like that. We'll go ahead and cut, move on to the next step. Okay guys, ready for the fun part? I don't have a center punch. So, I'm going to be bad. I'm going to use this here punch, which is going to make an indent. Not thrilled with having to do it this way, but it's what I got. So, I need to make an indent on all 3 of these intersections. So, I need to make one at 2047, 1023, and 3070 along this center line. So, now that we have our spots marked, I'm going to totally center this perfectly on that line. Right. And then I'm just going to give it a little tap, tap, tap-a-roo. I'll be damned if that didn't work. Second. Don't get too cocky here, Mr. Howard. Camera lady, come here. They can't see what we're doing. There we go. Much better. Right on those 2 intersecting lines. There, got us a little dimple. Dimple 1, dimple 2. Oh. Really, the only way to make this work is to tilt your way in. It's a square, like that. You'll never drop that point right where you want it. Get sitting up. Dimple, dimple, dimple. Look at that. All right, we'll go. Okay, center bit. A couple things. A, Ryobi hammer drill, probably not the #1 super duper bestest world choice for this, but That's what I have. I don't have a drill press, so I don't have a drill press. What I need to do now is I need to drop this center bit into my dimples on a nice angle and start like that. I need to get good and centered up. Just like that. The whole objective of this center bit is simply to go that far, right? We're not trying to sink the whole bit through the steel, or the aluminum in this case. Just rechecking my holes. Sweet. Bit change. We'll be right back. Okay, next we're going to use our number 31 jobber bit. We're going to drill each of these holes with the jobber bit. We're going to take our time. Let's make sure that we don't have any nonsense going on. See that ribbon? That's a good sign. Right there's the magic speed. This one doesn't like me. There we go. Okay, bit change again, we'll be back. Okay, next we're gonna take our tap handle that SDI sent me that I totally wasn't using to remove a stripped RMR screw the other day and totally didn't almost break in the process. That wasn't on video. So we're gonna screw this bad boy, tap that is, into the tap handle by using this collet. Shouldn't need power tools to get it on or off. Making sure that we don't have anything crazy going on. Really all we need to do is get concentric. So if you'll notice, what is concentricity? Concentricity is literally the centering of a round hole going through an object as straight as possible. So we need to get like that. We just simply need to apply a screwing motion into our hole. Ha ha ha. I drilled these pretty deep, So I'm going to tap pretty deep, because why not? Come back out.
Right next to your hand.
Oh, I know. I was just looking to see how good a job I did. Or bad. Either or. I'm going to fit that back in. Yeah, that's definitely tapped. All we're really doing is putting grooves. You'll never see it, but all we're doing is putting grooves down inside the hole. So, good to go there. Tap, 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 tap. What the hell movie is that from?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Somebody will mention it in the comments.
I'm sure they will. If this doesn't get pulled off of YouTube for some freaking ITAR violation or some nonsense. Not a gun part, just a piece of block. Okay. So, that's pretty tapalicious. Out we come. Whatever you do, don't get metal shavings under your fingernails. Ow.
Kind of like a fingernail getting under your fingernail.
Ow. Ow.
Mm-hmm. Ow.
Okay. Out we come. Make sure that stays tight. Son of a bitch, I really did. Doesn't that suck? This one might be a little jacked up because I had an argument with it, but I won the argument, so. If there's going to be one that we're going to get a real stuck screw in, not just one for demonstration purposes, this might be it. These two holes were fine. This hole knew some damaging information about the Clintons. I don't know what happened to him after that. Okay, we're tapped. Tappity, tap, tap, tappity, tap, tap. It's Christmas after all. Okay, out you go. All right, next step, we'll cut, we'll be right back. Boop, boop.
Boop, boop.
Okay, got our 3 screws, kind of stick them up so you can see them there. They're all threaded very well into that. I mean, I'm moving the whole bench when I shake those screws around. So, tapping complete, so to speak. Now we're going to get into fastener repair. What would happen if some goofball took the right size flathead out of his wrench, put the wrong one in, and started going to town on that there screw head? Yikes. Come on here and look at that. Look at how ugly that screw head is. It's not happy with life. How are we going to repair that screw head? Use a file. To fix the craziness. And I'm going to get down in there, this triangular file. I'm going to fix the head that way. Holy smokes! It's almost as if I put the right size head back in there. and properly adjusted our tool. We could then turn the screw right out. Just don't get too cocky. So, if you ever find yourself with a screw head that's all screwed up and you can't get out of something, a file is your friend. All you're going to have to do, file flat first, and then get a file that can go inside and match up, move back and forth. You're in, you're out, you're all set. So repair number one, screwed up screw head. All you got to use is a file. Life is good. Almost forgot. After fixing that screw head with the file, it was perfectly capable of coming out, but if you wanted to polish it for reuse, which I don't know why you would, honestly, I would just find a new fastener unless you're stuck without one, but chuck it into your drill and use your sandpaper block. To polish your screw head. Come to a nice, can you see that under the light?
Yep.
See how polished that's getting? Super polished. So if you had to reuse this, you could polish it with some sandpaper and a sanding block, just like that. Of course, if you're going to reuse that screw on a customer's gun, you want it to look right. That's not an official blue open or anything. You have to blue it. 2 ways of bluing it. Method number one, get it really effing hot until it gets blued. Probably not going to go there today since you guys sent me some Dura Blue or Perma Blue or somebody's blue. We're just going to blue it. So we've already polished it. We've already degreased it. Now we're just going to blue it. Boy, look at that. That didn't take much. It's almost like a new factory screw. Is that nice blue-black finish on the top of the screw head in the video? Good to go. That's how you would, if you so chose, refinish and blue the screw. That screw is now almost indistinguishable from the other two. I'll admit there's a slight difference, but pretty close to indistinguishable. Take 3. Okay, what would happen if we got a screw super cross-threaded like this one? Somebody jams it in at a really nasty angle. They've screwed up the tap, the threads are bad, and the screw needs removed. 3-step process to removing the screw. Number 1, insert screwdriver at same dumbass angle and remove it. In this case, that works. What would we do if we couldn't remove it? We would apply lube. Notice the lubricant gets rid of our WD-40 problem too. Pretty cool. Or our Sharpie problem. If lubricating it then didn't allow us, which is, ooh, look how much looser it got just with a little lube. If we couldn't get it out with the lube, we'd hit it with this. Now, of course, we're not going to hit that with this because this shit's flammable. So we're not going to poof our garage here. I'm over-exaggerating how stuck this screw is for edification purposes. Truth be told, I can pull it right out. But I did cross-thread it. What do I have to do to repair a tap that's been cross-threaded? Well, I have to retap it. Sometimes I might have to go bigger, so I might have to go up a size and tap. In this case, we'll just retap. Right there, I hit the cross thread point so I could feel the tap handle jump a little bit. From here on down though, we are correctly retapping the hole. Not far enough. We'll come back out. Loosey goosey. Nice and straight. Just like that, we have ourselves a retapped place to put our screw in nice and straight. So, what would happen if some overzealous wrench monkey got out the holy grail and broke the screw off? That'd be bad, right? There's a piece of the screw sticking in the block. See that? That ain't coming out because we asked nicely. So what we're gonna have to do, kids, we're gonna have to drill it out. Drilling it out is going to involve basically a very similar process as tapping in the first place did. So, grab our hammer drill. Things are starting to get a little crazy over here. There, we need our center bit. We need our original center punch that I put away because I thought I was done with it. That's what I get for reading through this thing one step at a time. Anywho. Go ahead and chuck this guy up. Like so. Gonna grab that punch we were using. It's not really a center punch, but worked pretty good in a pinch. He's on the end. So, first, I'm going to find our screw. I'm going to get on him with this guy. Give us a dimple. Next. Use our centering bit. Just like that. Get right after it. I'm going to put my centering bit away because I have a feeling Mr. Murphy is going to visit my tool bench. I'm going to end up missing some shit. Now, we're going to go big on the jobber bit because we have to. Heat registers. I'm starting to think somebody was coming to rob us or something.
Or it was really raining outside again.
Yeah. Tis the heat registers. Jobber bit. use this screw extractor bit. I'm gonna go ahead and chuck this in the drill in a minute. Go ahead and cut for me, sir. Okay, I over torqued on my jobber bit and I did not have as much screw as I thought stuck in there. So as I run this process with the extractor bit, what I'm really doing is basically pulling shard by shard of the screw out of this hole. So all I have left are these tiny little shards coming up. So I didn't get my screw broke off as far down as I needed, but that's the basic process. Now if we had to, we could refile this flat right here and we could go back to town. We could put in the tap handle again and we could in fact fix this hole. So as a matter of fact, why don't we go ahead and just do that anyway, just for posterity's sake. Out it comes. Back down goes the top. Of course, I'm going to have to get a different screw. There we go. To go back down in the hole like so. I'm going to have to do a little more tapping, I'm afraid. We're going to go ahead and repeat the tap process and we'll be right back. Now that we're able to extract that little bit of what was left of that screw, we're going to go back with the number 31 jobber bit. Remount that hole. We'll come back with the tap handle. That thing's only got one speed. Sorry, did I just spray you?
I think so, but that's okay.
Oh, I didn't get the camera.
No.
Or your eye.
Yeah, it's very. You got my legs.
I don't know. Put the tap back in, pull the tap back out, tap back in, shake it all about. Out it comes, out it comes. And we should now be capable. Broke screw, new screw. Where's my correct size bit? There he is. Ought to be able to just go right to town. Screw them right down. There you go. Every time I try to get fancy and use that ratchet part of this particular tool, it bites me. Where there once was a broke off screw, now there's a new one in town. Just like that. Pretty cool, right? So we've gone over how to re-blue one. We've gone over how to file one. We've gone over how to use lube, fire, and force. And we've gone over how to use drilling tools to remove your broken screw. We've shown you how to center up 3 holes, how to drill them, how to punch them, how to tap them, how to get them all set up for machine screws to be inserted, what to do when you cross thread, what to do when you break one off, what to do when you screw up the head. That covers everything for the lab that we had to do, the Fastener Repair Lab for Sonoran Desert Institute. This has been Ken Howard with Green Mountain Defense. Thanks for checking in. Did you beep boop?
Beep boop.
Okay.
Do you need me to back up?
Did you beep boop?
I beep booped.
Don't zoom or nothing on that camera.
Not doing shit.
I'll fucking spray you with this shit.
Fucking do it.
My wife loves me.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So, what happens if we get a massively cross-threaded screw like that?
You're fucked.
Fucking beep boop. Sorry, folks. We had to edit for some inappropriate language on the end of the camera person. Excuse us. Anyway, what would happen if we got a beep boop?